Om Shanti and good evening. Welcome everyone to our today's seminar. Your body speaks your mind. Om Shanti is a greeting of peace. We use it in between us. It means that I am a peaceful soul. It's such a beautiful greeting to greet each other with this uh, Om Shanti greeting. So all of you, welcome to our today's seminar. We are very happy to have all of you with us, and thank you for participating. So first of all, I want to thank also our guest, Brother Peter, for joining us in today's seminars. And also I want to thank Bahrain Meditation Center for the translation for Dr. Awatif and Faiza. Thank you so much. So let me introduce myself first. I will be your host today. I am Khalid from Harmony House Meditation Center in Kuwait. And I was experienced meditation with Harmony House from 2015. And really, what I like the most in meditation, that in meditation, if we want to change anything in our life, we change it from our thoughts. And it's really like a plant. If you want to water a plant, you go and water the seed and the roots. You may take care of the leaves, the branches, the twigs, but it may take a lot of time. But if you don't go directly to the root, it's like a shortcut, a fast track, and you change your thoughts, the seed of our tree of life. And the second thing also I like that everything we seek outside, calm, silence, peace, love, happiness, it is within us. We can find it within ourselves. Uh, we may go to like a peaceful hotel or a resort and enjoy the peace, but our mind will think a lot of all our problems, relationship situation. But in meditation, we try to clear our mind and have this peaceful, silent stage of mind. And let me introduce our guest, Brother Peter. So our welcome, Brother Peter Om Shanti. So Peter William is a lifetime educator and author who has worked in school for over 50 years, as well as being a head teacher in UK school and principal of an innovative value-based school in Middle East. He has served as a leading representative for several national and global initiatives. He is a value-based education specialist and past president of a Living Value Education International. He has traveled many countries, conducted professional development workshops and living value seminars and conferences for educator, business leaders, UNESCO, and ministries of education. He has been meditating for more than 23 years, and he recently authored books and games in Greek. I wish that we play some of these games in today's seminar. Also, like from my personal experience with Brother Peter, if I want to say something about him or describe him in one word, he is loving, very loving. He is like an eldest brother for all of us in Kuwait Center. He's very caring, kind, compassionate, and really the secret, he have a little secret. I want to know what is it. He's in his 70s, but he always have this zeal, enthusiasm, energetic. So, and lightness. So Brother Peter, you may tell us your secret. Also, like, yes. Also, if you want, just to mention, if you want to write any question, anything, you can write it in the chat box. And enjoy today's seminar. And please don't hesitate to contact me in Zoom or in the chat box for anything. Brother Peter, just express yourself, free to speak. Shanti.
Thank you very much, Khalid, and very kind words. I really appreciate those. Thank you very much from your heart. And good evening, everyone, and a very warm welcome from us all here in Kuwait and Bahrain. And thank you for finding the time to come and share some time with us all. Your body speaks your mind. Wow, what a journey that would be. And do you realize that your body is priceless and you are amazing just the way you are? And your body loves you. It really, really does. Your body is like a walking autobiography. Your whole history is in your persona, your aura, and your energy. And I want to, before I begin, to thank doctors, thank nurses, because really each and every one of us really appreciates their presence and their skill and their dedication and care at this time to help us all be who we are. Really lovely people, but in our healthy bodies. And thank you too for friends and family and the wise people around us. And I came to realize after all these years in my life that my closest friend is my body. I've got beautiful friends. Yes, I'm a soul in the body. The soul is here. My heart is here. And what message is it trying to tell me? Because your body is on your side all the time, trying to help you feel better and healthier. And it gives you messages. So my interest in this came from pure gratitude. All of us have had our ups and downs in our lives. We've had great moments, and your body feels exhilarated, and you smile and you feel happy. And we also have hereditary issues, maybe something you were born with, and you come to manage and live with that. Of course, you have accidents, and of course, there's the law of entropy. So each of us, the soul is eternal, the soul is beautiful and lives here. But the body which we inherit for a lifetime, it grows old, but it needs nurturing. But it keeps talking to us, almost like an intuition, which is our soul's language. So the body has 3 zones, and it can talk to us from each of these 3 zones. There's the structure, there's the flesh, and there's the fluids. The structure, we know, is your bones, is your skeleton. And around this skeleton, this core structure, are your muscles, which express your feelings. The second one is flesh. Yes, the muscles, but the fat and the skin, the organs and your nerves. But what I learned recently, and I'll keep coming back to this during our short time together, I didn't realize that our flesh holds memory. Many, many years ago, it holds good and holds trauma. But when I was 18, I had a major surgery. And somebody told me recently, Peter, the illness you are having now, this disbalance, you could say, was your scar tissue still hasn't healed. It's still in trauma from being hurt at that time. It's now fixed, and I feel so much better. And then there's your fluids. These are your juices that flow around your body. And your emotions are in the juices: blood, urine, water. And then, of course, there's the non-physical side of us. And we all know that we are souls, eternal souls, beautiful souls. And we're in this body for a lifetime. And it is our closest friends. But every now and again, we get tense, don't we? We get tense, this feeling. If I can invite you now to just tighten your buttocks, tighten your bottom just a little bit and hold it. Just hold for a short while. I'm holding mine. And then release. Which is better? The tightness of your bottom, buttock, or when it's softer and more relaxed? And I've come to appreciate that when we have aches in our bodies, we sometimes don't know they are there. I'd like to share with you a quotation, and I'll read it a little bit slowly because I'm mindful that Dr. Awat, for translating it for me. Thank you very, very much. I really do appreciate your time and energy for this. and of course everyone for joining us. And the quote is from a North American Indian senior. And it reads, his name is Sun Bear. I'll read it slowly to absorb. Your body is like a seed. What and how do you choose to grow? The commonest blocks to health are the negative attitudes that people carry with them. In order to be healed, you've got to remove these destructive attitudes. Although these factors manifest quickly in the mind, they manifest in the body through, for example, a stiff shoulder, a sluggish liver, cancer, or other illnesses. And he concluded by saying, I believe that all genuine healing addresses the problem of unblocking these negativities, these doubts, these questions we have about life and ourselves, and sometimes the self-doubt in ourselves. So that quote from Sun Bear, and I've heard it many, many times from very many wise people, the body is affected in many different ways. There's the internal feeling where your emotions and your thoughts and feelings that can be suppressed or ignored. And talking to colleagues and many, many friends around the world, sometimes we don't really understand what message this is telling to us, and we try to hide it maybe by drinking something extra or eating too much, like comfort food. And of course, externally, we've got the environment and the pollution, and many of the issues there. But all the time, our body is our closest friend. And if there's something not right, it'll tell you. It wants you to be healed. It wants you to be in harmony with yourself. The Greek word for symptom is synpykgen, which is together to fall. So when we have an illness, this holistic body of ours begins to fall. So in a few moments, I'll be taking you through head to toe of different symptoms that are there, which might help you on your journey to be healed. Not just cured, to be healed. Let's give you some examples. Do you ever itch like I am now? The metaphor here, who's rubbing you up the wrong way? When you're in a meeting somewhere and you hear something, I'm not sure about that. The body is telling you what your emotion is saying. Another one is how many of you have a pain in the neck? This is one of the commonest conditions in our globe. I'll come to stress later and other issues about that. Where does it come from, this pain in the neck? Is it an indecision that you have? The left part of the brain here, I think it's using the other way around, where you are. The left part of the brain is the logic and the linear, and it demonstrates itself on the other side. The right part of the brain, the holistic, the quiet, the reflective, the visual, slow, manifests itself on the left-hand side of the body. So you have a crossover from here to here, and from here to here. Where's the crossover? It's in your neck. Yes, you may have strained yourself by lifting or turning quickly and all of that. But if you have this constant feeling of this pain in the neck, do you have a decision to make? And with a stiff neck, you can't turn to see the whole picture. You might be just focused in one particular direction, and maybe it's the wrong direction to take. It's just a clue to help heal you. I'd like to share here just a short story, lots of short stories in the short time I have with you, and I hope it's going to be helpful. And it's a Chinese story from ancient Tao or Tao traditions. In their ancient philosophies, they say that 5,000 years ago, in what is now North India, the soul was pure, one soul, and is given the name you. Why you? Then somehow at some time, the soul starts to question its identity. It had the male and the female form. The male, the holistic, and the male which was more questioning. And that manifests itself into yin and yang. I was invited to see the original yin yang stone many years ago, I think 1995. And in our images now, we tend to see both sides as smooth, the yin and yang smooth to fit together. But the original stone isn't like that. The original stone has the female as smooth and the male side as rough, because the male side within inside of us is always questioning. It's more linear than the holistic. So a time maybe will come when this smoothness comes and we get back to you. In our mouth, you see my mouth now. I choose, it's the reception area for my body. What I eat, I choose what to eat and it goes in. And the words I choose to speak come out. The words that come out are your body's expressing itself. And sometimes you get a dry throat. Or sometimes we just lost for words. The emotion is speaking before the word. Two definitions to share with you. One is cure and one is to heal. There's a difference. Again, thank you, doctors and nurses who have cured me of my illnesses. And we all have illnesses from time to time. And it fixed a part of me. But healing, according to the World Health Organization, is holistic. It's the physical, it's the mental, it's the social well-being, it's the spiritual. It's the feminine side of ourselves. It's the feminine part within the soul, calling to be healed. So healing is a journey of trust. And to gather these lost voices and to give up resistance, there's this logic of always trying to prove something and go with the flow. Because there's a Greek quotation, no man stands in the same river twice. It's not the same man and it's not the same river. Life moves on. And when you listen, I feel, when you listen to your soul's language, your intuition, mine usually comes in the shower in the morning. Where did that come from? Again, it's my soul talking to me, and it's my body talking to me as well. To be in harmony. One of the great steps to healing the self is forgiveness. I love this word, forgiveness. Because if you break it down, it's forgiving. So if there's something in your life that is hurting you or troubling you, forgive yourself for taking on that feeling and forgive maybe the other person or the situation for creating that feeling. Because in giving, you're giving yourself your health. You're giving yourself space to grow. Many moons ago, I was in Oxford giving some living values training. There's a very wise lady there, a keeper of the wisdom. Some of you know her. Her name is Daddy Janki. Bless her, she's not with us now. But it was early in the morning, and there were 4 of us in this gathering. And she invited us to have a little conversation with her. And for half an hour, all she said was, I've been somewhere special, I want to share it with you. After half an hour of silence, she said to all of us, and she looked me right in the eye, if there's anything you've done in your life you've regretted, write it down for me and leave it on the desk and I'll read it. Whoa, I missed breakfast that morning. And a few hours later, she was leaving this lovely building to go to another meeting, and everybody gathered to say bye-bye. And she came to me and looked me right in the eyes and said, Peter, now you've done that, the world is yours. I felt lighter. It's amazing how sometimes we sort of hide things and squeeze things down. So before we come to look at our body from top to bottom, really the solution is to focus on the positives in life. That everything happens for a reason. Your body talks to you for a reason. It wants you to get better, to be healed, not just cured in different parts. And listen to your words. Are your words uplifting words to yourself and others? Or just down here somewhere? Now, uplifting words always work. And do you love yourself? You look in the mirror in the morning, tomorrow morning, will you say, I love you? When was the last time somebody told you that they loved you? We all need to feel love. It's a feel-good factor. And positive affirmations. I am kind because I like to help everybody to smile and feel happy. Not just once in the day, but many times in the day. You know all this, and to be touched. Touch kindly, with respect. So you ready for the journey? Top to bottom? Remember, your body is your closest friend. And your soul language is intuition, but the body will speak to you. Let's start with the head. You all have a head. This skull is the meeting place between the spiritual and the individual you. Because this is where the soul resides, inside the skull. And from here, all the inputs go out and transmit around the body, all the senses, the spiritual and the physical feelings. Have you ever had a crack or a break in the skull? If you have, it's a longing for the skull to expand and to grow. You might be locked into a certain situation or a way of thinking. I had a crack in the skull, a little tiny crack. And the metaphor there was, Peter, you need to expand your horizon. Fulfill your destiny. And during the course of the evening, I'm asking, are you fulfilling your destiny? Are you doing what you really want to do? With headaches. We all get headaches from time to time. Your body tells you, you got a headache. What do? Do you take a quick tablet to cure the pain? Or do you try and seek to heal what is inside? And there are many causes for headaches. The commonest one we all know is overthinking. So if you have a headache, are you overthinking? Do you put other people ahead of you always? It's lovely to give, because as you give, you receive. We know that. But the question of self-care, do you really care in your self-respect so much to really take care of yourself? I'm on Zoom now. I made sure from 10 o'clock this morning, I was away from my phone. Because the image you see from me now is not the person. You have an aura, you have an energy, you have a feeling. But the person is more important. Whenever I meet someone, I always leave my phone in the car or hide it in a bag somewhere. Or maybe you have a headache through inner decision. This way, that way. Remember the head and the neck, the crossover? What do I do? Do I do this? Do I do that? And that takes power to face up. Know when to say yes and when to say no. And some people push themselves to achieve. I want to be better at this. I want bigger this, bigger that, higher position, higher role. But they forget to play. Do you play? I love being around children. They play, they live in the moment. If something happens, it's gone, it's past, it's great, or sad, whatever. They move on. And are you holding back on your feelings? Is there something you want to tell somebody? Is this headache here? What do you want to do? Or is it lack of exercise, or is it a food allergy? Your body is telling you you've got a headache for a reason. It's not criticizing you. It's not blaming you in any shape or form. It's just saying, we want you to feel better. So we can listen, we can act on it, we can store it or store it till later, or ignore it. If you ignore it, it'll keep coming back until it's solved. In migraine, this is when the blood vessels swell and expand on the surface of the brain. And what's making me feel so hot? But one of my favorites of the body, speaking your mind, is your face. Everybody's face is absolutely beautiful. I have no doubt about that. Regardless of age or gender or persuasion or continent you come from, whatever. Each face has a unique beauty that greets everyone every day. It's your inner being on show. Your smiling eyes. And your spiritual mouth. What comes out of you? What do you say? The tone of your voice, the inflection. Is it genuine? Or is it just said for courtesy? Value the other person. It's interesting. 12 muscles. One of the secrets, Howard, I know you're listening. 12 muscles to make a smile. 18 muscles to make a frown. Now, I know the law of entropy takes over. Okay, I'm over 70 and I've got little wrinkles on here now. And you live with them. It's part of growing old. It shows a maturity, wisdom, and experience. It also shows a childlike nature. And skin, wow. Have you ever thought how miraculous skin is? It makes you look amazing, like a diamond. Someone's so beautiful and special, just the way you are. This amazing technology, it's the boundary between inside you and the outer world. And we're all different. Billions of people, all completely different. Wow. That makes life so interesting and intriguing to get to know the other person. This amazing technology. It's waterproof, yet it sweats. It's washable and self-healing. It's sensitive to touch. And it's protective. In your eyes. Your eyes see the world around you through sight. What do you choose to see? It's the window of the soul. Yet the eye, it's colored by your perception of things around you. And it's colored by your upbringing, your education, your culture, your religious belief in many, many ways. I was meeting with some friends at lunchtime today in one of the local cafes here called B Cafe for Wellness and well-being. And we were talking about Kuwait. What does Kuwait mean to you? And without any exception, they all said, we love Kuwait. It's all how you perceive things. And once upon a time, when I'm having a bad day, I drive down the Gulf Road and see the Kuwait Towers there. And I thought, Kuwait Towers, I wish I was in England. But on a good day, wow, look at that, those towers, they're beautiful. They're reservoirs for water, the skill to create that. What you see is what you get. Howard, there's another secret for you. What you see here is what you receive inside. Look for the best in everyone. When you look out of a window, we all see different perceptions. If you're nearsighted, you tend to see things closer to you. If you're far-sighted, you see things in the distance. If you have myopia, that's this tunnel vision, you'll see things really in focus and close. Each perception is equally valuable. What you see is for you and to share with others around you. Because the world is always moving. It's in constant flow. Constant flow. Truth. We all value truth. Aletheia in Greek. That's to my Greek friends. And it's that which is forgotten. It's there for us. And how do we know? This is where science can help our body talking to us, our intuition talking to us. When you speak with someone, you have a thought. And the thought travels from the eye at the speed of light. And the voice confirms what's from the eye at the speed of sound. They both have a resonance. If the resonance and frequency is the same, it's truth. If the resonance is different, there's a reason. It's not wrong. It's an honest perception, but there's a reason why that person is holding back, that soul is holding back. Maybe there's something in the body which is really hurting them. One of the things I often see as I'm traveling around, people say, "How are you today?" "I'm feeling fine. I'm okay." And you know they're not okay. Okay is about a certain perception you have inside. Are you feeling good? Yes, we're all on a journey. I'm on a journey. I'm still learning. We're all on a journey. And it's great to be on this journey together because we become stronger by sharing together. And the nostrils, these two nostrils here, they're for breathing in to inspire and expire. Excuse me. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. And every breath is new, it's fresh, it inspires you. And the Latin word for inspire is, let me find it, spiro. Spiro, it has the same meaning for breath and spirit. Breath to breathe in and to fill the spirit with divine awareness. While you're in this body, what is my soul talking to me about? What is my spiritual father want to say to me? We call him Allah, we call him God, we call him Shiva, many, many names. What destiny has he got planned for you? Can you remember what it is? And this is where your intuition, your soul language can hear so much. Breathing, it's your independence. Every breath you take in, it's a new moment. And have you noticed something very special? It's a great lesson for life. You can't own breath. You have to give it away. There's a secret. Another one for you, another secret. We are each born with a gift to give that only you can give. When you fulfill your destiny, you are content. You're on the right track. You're on the right road. And sadly, on my journey, I see many, many beautiful people following other people's agendas. And I ask you, are you on the right track? Are you a free spirit or are you an unfree spirit? The free spirit can express itself, and if not, you're going to start getting the aches and pains. And I'm going to come to these aches and pains now as clues to what your body is telling you. It wants your soul to feel good. It wants you to glow. I love it when I see children learning. When they learn, they have a luminosity on their faces. I know they're learning. I know they're happy. And when the skin is shallow and dark, they're not happy. And they have this luminosity in his eyes and an excitement about life and giving. And as the more you give, the more you receive. It's so simple. Don't please follow your lives, and at the end of your life, have a regret. Forgive yourself for anything in the past, other things and situations, and move on. Do you ever cry? You ever cry? In my culture, men are not supposed to cry. Instead, crying, another form of crying, is when your nose runs. So men, you men, you guys out there, your nose tends to run when you're it's a bit sad. And ladies, you tend to use your eyes a wee bit more. That's okay. Because to me, teardrops, it's a release. And as they fall, they turn into diamonds. Because what you've been feeling is now being given away. It's been cleaned out. It's been cleaned out. And of course, we get caught out. It's like 2 glasses of water. One is fizzy water with lots of bubbles coming up. The things we, in our heart, we need to clean out. And still water. And still water. Every now and again, a little bubble comes up. Something to remind us about something we need to do. Something to be even better at what we're doing. We're all on this journey together. And it's a great journey together. So your shoulder, this is your doing center. All your energy from your shoulder flows down your arms, to your hands, and to your fingers. And muscles, remember, have memory. They have memory, and they carry your emotions through your fluids, through your blood. They carry your burdens, they carry your longings, and your wishes. And the heart can show itself here as well. So if it's rigid, something's being blocked. Remember the neck, and the shoulder, the tightness. Maybe this decision, maybe there's something you want to do, and you need to have the power to face it and do it with that courage and determination. And then the body will heal. It won't just be cured, it'll be healed, and you'll move on with grace and royalty. This grace and royalty that we all have, and these beautiful values that live within the soul of all of us. They're here, and it's you. It's you, back to you and you, Shangwa. The you of you, this beautiful soul, has all the qualities it needs. And sometimes they get impinged a little bit. They don't manifest themselves. Become marginalized when the left brain takes over. Because the world at the moment is more left brain dominant, more masculine as approach. We need this femininity, this balance, this harmony, using different strengths of different kinds. And the big secret, remember, the 4th secret, Helen, it's in each and every one of us now. We can choose. We can choose to be the person we are meant to be. A human being, not just a human doing. So a frozen shoulder, you're emotionally stuck. Raised shoulder, a little bit of fear. Hunched, problems in life. Shoulder like this, you have a false ego. Look at me, look at me. And stiffness, this resistance. What do you want to do? Is the company holding you back? The body's telling you. Are you keeping the right company to manifest your gift and your talent? And your arms and your elbows, these things here. Walk at arms and elbows? Yep. Can you do this? I don't want to get too serious. I'm trying to keep this light because, come on, we're on a wonderful journey together. But it's just some tips and clues of how your body wants to help you. And when people sit, are their arms open? I'm giving my heart to you. I'm sharing my gifts with you, to hug and to touch. But are they closed and like this sometimes? Look at yourself. Do you protect your heart? Is somebody telling you something you don't like? You tend to keep your distance, stay away. It's amazing what these arms can do. Welcome. Share my contentment and gifts I have given to you with my love. I want nothing in return. I'm content in myself. That's a big secret. Unconditional love. Where else is then? Weak, tired arms. Oh, life is just too much. Your body's telling you, come on, wake up. Wake up the mind to the beauty of every day. There's a lesson in everything. And people are attracted to those who smile. They feel comfortable in their presence. The Greek word for presence is parousia. The essence of you is on show all the time. Your body, you can't avoid it. It's in your aura. The essence of you in sound, in silence, in sound and silence. We're attracted to goodness. We're attracted to what resonates with our own quality. That's why good company is so important. Hands and fingers. These fingers they represent the things that we want to do. I was listening to a lovely, lovely lady just a few hours ago, and she was saying, I want to use my hands to give. I want to use my hands to something simple like just preparing food to give to other people. What do your fingers want to do? Are they reaching out to give, or are they closed and like this? Buildup of uric acid can create arthritis. There's a hurt in there to be healed. There is a cure that can cure the arthritis, but does it heal the soul? Does it heal the body to just to give? And in my profession of over 50 years, I've come across many interesting characters, including myself. I keep looking in the mirror and thinking, Peter, what are you doing after all these years? And I see some children who are hurt. I can't understand it. They're always seeking attention. And the attention is very simple, that they haven't been touched in the right way, like a hug or a tap on the shoulder. Maybe to give them some sweets, substitute for love in many, many ways, and that hurts me. No child should be harmed. But for me, a definition of a child, it's all of us. Age is an illusion. We are all children learning, and each day we become a master of ourselves in our own different way. When you're a master, you can choose what to do. The right choice, the ethical choice, the right way. A child sometimes follow the right path, because we learn from each other in this world of ours. A little bit upside down at the moment, but there's so much goodness there. If you look for it, it's there. So one of the things I often say to people, it's this analogy. You can see my finger now pointing out like this. Sometimes I see people, you're to blame for my hurt. They blame. And your body's language, it's very obvious, when this happens, and it can be very hurtful. One finger points to someone, you hurt me, but 3 fingers come back. You're really hurting yourself, isolating. We isolate ourselves from others because nobody wants to know you. And then you become within the body there are atoms, and in the atoms there are quarks, four quarks, 2 positives, 2 negatives. A positive goes to a positive energy to positive energy. A negative would try to find a positive to get this harmony, this balance. But if a negative can't find a positive, then you go to another negative. So we have a 3-to-1 chance now of making a real difference to our world by uniting our strengths, our positivities within the atom of ourselves. The soul is atom, in Greek, atma. And we can each create an atmosphere. The energy we carry with us, the sphere we carry with us, our presence, which precedes all that we do. Because your body gives you that. When you feel healthy, you glow. Remember the children who glow when they're learning well? So, so important. You have a bad back? We all have a bad back from time to time. I love my chiropractor who sorts things out for me. Maybe I'm carrying too much shopping with me. And my best friend went moving things around the house and say, "What are you doing with that? Put it down, it's far too heavy." And she was listening now and then. And we grow old. We've got to remember this entropy. Come on, remember, our bodies grow old. We aren't as strong as we used to be when we were 20 or 30. It's okay to get the creaks and the cracks and the broken bones and sprains. There's all of that. But beyond that, remember, your juices are going through your body, your blood's going through with your emotions. And if you're happy, you can make life easy. And if you're not feeling happy, oh my God, it's a long journey. It's a long journey. And your body wants to help you. If your mind's feeling sad, how can you enjoy what's around you? I see so many children on these things all day, or overindulging with their eating. Oh, bless them. I wish they could reignite that spark of natural beauty that's inside themselves, their values, their qualities, and their gift. The gift they really want to give away, but only He can give. And remember this one here now? Go back to the fingers. There it is. Whoops, let's go around. There it is on the screen. The thumb. Didn't mention the thumb. The thumb goes upwards to our God, to your God, to your Father, your spiritual, your true Father. He loves that person and this person equally. Who are we in our naive judgment to judge others around us? They need that upliftment, that feeling of goodness, and your body will tell you to try to help. You'll avoid people at some times because the energy's not right to protect yourself, that's fine. But positive auras come together. That's where unity can make such a big power and such a big difference, and the body feels good. It says, well done to the soul. Your eyes start to brighten, your cheeks start to glow. But back to the back, this pillar of support, this dignity that makes you stand straight and walk tall and proud. It carries your spine, it carries your central nervous system, it carries your blood, it carries every thought, it carries every feeling. And the back is hidden from the heart. It's the other side. So is there something deep in your heart that can't express or get out? It's burning, tightness, there's tension. Remember your buttocks being tense? You don't know it's tense, but the back will give you the clue that there's something not right. Why is there tension here? Maybe it's this decision from the head to the neck, to the shoulder, to the back of the back. And sometimes it's a clue that we are compromising things. I wish I could do A, but I'm having to do B. And that's where the power to face up and make decisions is so important. The body's helping you. The middle of the back, this is the pivot, this is the balance. This is the balance. So if the middle back is out of energy, of course there are accidents along the way. That's different. That's different. But if you're by and large healthy, but your back's feeling a bit stiff, and it's not carrying the shopping bag and lifting the car above your head and all that kind of thing. It's all about balance. And the lower part of your back, a lot of people have a low pain in the base of their spine. It's the weight you're carrying, the emotional weight. And the body's telling you, find out for yourself. I can't tell you, maybe a doctor can guide you. But it's something I've learned myself. My body has been talking to me for about the last 5 years. And basically, I think what we all do, we overdo it from time to time. So what can you do to bring this healing back to your body? And you have your chest here, and the chest has your ribs, your boundaries. The pain here you're letting somebody in on your boundaries. And the pelvis and the hips, the pelvis and the hips, this is the pivotal. The lower back holds the weight of you, your emotion, it's felt through your blood and your juices and your nerves. And maybe a disc might go out, the pressure. But the pelvis and the hips, it's the balance between the upper body and the legs to be able to do something. So if you have a hip problem, and bless you all who are my age and you've had hip replacements, when you get to a certain age, it's quite normal because you worked so hard to help others on your journey, and I thank you so much for that, particularly mothers. We can't have a world without mothers, can we? Keeping our families together. In their constant love, whatever happens, they're there for us 24/7. Thank you, mothers. If you're listening now, from my heart to you, from all the guys who sometimes forget to say, thank you very, very much. Thank you. And so, if there's a stiffness in your hip, what challenge have you to face? Can you not move those legs forward? You're probably recognizing a pattern now of how this conversation is developing. It's very much to do with self-care. We need to care for ourselves, listen to what our body is saying to us. And listening carefully, we become to heal. A good friend of mine, this legs have stability, and a good friend of mine very recently said, Peter, I just want you to walk and I'm going to look at you from behind. I thought, this is a rather strange thing to do. And as I was walking, I was slightly over to one side. And the voice said, Peter, you're a little bit lopsided. I said, really? Oh, I hadn't thought about that. And I know my hip was out of line just a little bit. And the chiropractor put that back in. But it's also when you're lopsided, you're holding back on your feelings. It's very subtle. Get a good friend to watch you walk from behind. And my mother always told me, you can watch people from the front, but you know them better when you watch them walking from behind. Still trying to work that one out. If you walk easy, nice and relaxed in life. If you walk rigid, there's something troubling you which needs fixing. And the knees, wow. The shock absorbers, like on the car. Imagine a car without shock absorbers. Imagine you without shock absorbers. What's your knee telling you? Can you bend it? If you can't bend it, it's telling you that maybe you're uptight about things. You can't take that step forward. And if it's super flexible, a very humble person, cross your legs easy, and all this kind of thing. Water on the knee, it's holding on to an emotional energy. And your feet and your ankles, wow, isn't it amazing? These little feet and your ankles can hold all of you. When did you last thank your body for taking care of you? Some of my friends thought I was slightly crazy. Because as you know, I look after a school at the moment in Kuwait, and I love to have assemblies with the children. And one of the assemblies was to thank our body parts. Because without them, we can't see, or smell, or speak, or hear, or digest, or walk, or hug, or smile. So we regularly thank our body. And your body will feel it. They're working 24/7 to keep you right. It's a simple thing to do. We might do a little meditation on that in a few minutes. What else can I share with you? little story. The story of the Arabian shoes. The Arabian shoes have a curl, don't they? The Arabian shoes have a curl. Do you know why? Here's the story. Once upon a time, there was a king with a beautiful daughter, and a very wise man. And he said, "You may choose your husband to be, and you can get to know him better, but you mustn't show any emotion." So they called all the princes from all the kingdoms to come. And on the first day, one gentleman arrived, dressed very plainly, very simply. And he's wearing white, beautiful smile on his face. But the princess gave no emotion from her eyes, not at all, not at all. And the king at the end of the day said, "Did you find someone?" She said, "Yes, the man with the white clothing." And her father said, "No, you can't. You showed your emotion. Your toe curled." And to this day, the same pattern happens, ladies. You curl your toe. And for men, what do? It's the nostril. It's very subtle. The next day, she found her suitor. But she wore these new shoes made by the cobbler, so he couldn't see her toes curl. Nice little story. You okay so far? A little bit more? Stress. Stress, it's an amazing thing. It can inspire us to do the most remarkable feats. Yet, the meaning in Latin is to draw tight. Remember your buttocks being tight. Your body will compress and get tight under stress. Distress comes in. The ease of your body changes to dis-ease. 70 to 90% of illnesses, according to some fields of doctors in their truth and their evidences, is caused by stress. How do we de-stress ourselves? Your body will tell you. Take time out each day to meditate. Visit one of the Raja Yoga centers, wherever you're listening around the world. They're there. Techniques of how to take time for yourself, take time out. Every morning I wake up very early and I have my little hot lemon, enjoy. And it's Peter time. I book an appointment with myself. I love it. And the body feels good and the soul feels good. I talk to God sometimes. Sometimes I listen to my body. What am I going to do? What do I need to do? What can I do to be better? We are all of us there. Every one of us on a journey. It's a wonderful journey. And your body is your best friend, your closest friend. It wants you to be well and healthy. We can ignore it, or we can act on it. We all know triggers for stress. There's, for example, the loss of a loved one, or divorce, or moving house, or noise and pollution. And the adrenaline kicks in from your head. But they all come to a conclusion that the real cause of stress is your perception of life around you. Your ability to cope. If you believe that the situation will make you ill, it will. If you believe you can master it as a master, not a child of God, you can. And your body is giving you that clue. This stress, this tension is the clue to release the pain in you, to release the tension, to grow, to manifest. Yes, we know about chemicals in the air and all that kind of thing that can affect you. And in the immune system, it discriminates between what belongs to you and what doesn't belong to you. It's an amazing thing. And the more you build your immune system with high frequency vibration and vitamin C, you know, you can overcome many, many illnesses. But remember, we still need the cure for certain things, and that's okay. We need doctors. Once again, thank you, doctors, nurses, and therapists too, who can help to heal and make us feel good. But ultimately, it's ourselves who make the difference. Our body will help us. It's as easy as that. It's a forgotten gift as we look out there in the world around us. So, do you give away your power? Do you give away your power to heal yourself? Do you follow what God says? Do this, do that. Build a strong immune system. Believe me, it'll be so beneficial. Your heart, the love center. Red blood, the color of the heart. All the fluids in your feelings, in your heart, go around your body. The happier the heart, the happier the body. The sadder the heart, the sadder the body, and your persona and energy. Listen to your heart. Fix it. Eat well. Exercise well. Seek advice from those who are experts in the field if it's hurting. Don't leave it too late. Do it now. Have a happy life. And that's what we all need. And do you have high blood pressure? Some people have high blood pressure and it shows through you're getting overheated. Don't too much. Or low blood pressure. It can be resistance to do anything. We have a clot on the brain, and somebody told me once to just keep coughing if you have a clot, if you have a stroke, if you keep you going. It's when the brain has a real issue. And the lumps and bumps around us, we have so many lumps and bumps. This is the heat in the body trying to get out. It's showing you that something needs to be fixing here. Usually created by toxic thoughts. This is the environment as well. Or frustration around you. It's going to manifest itself out of nowhere. And for men and ladies and gentlemen, you know, the his and hers of us, men, in our culture, we expected to live to a certain expectation. And ladies too. And we need, it's fine. Each culture has its own way. We honor that always. But keep yourself, please, in balance. Your body will help you. Keep the equilibrium, the harmony of the male dominance and the female dominance. The men who nurture and hold their child, beautiful. The ladies who will be assertive from time to time. But remember the you shanqua, and here, the soul, the you, the pure soul. Notice destiny. And the food. We eat well, we digest it well. It's a sign of independence. What you choose to go in here, your body will speak. Eat healthfully, your body will be healthy. A tooth abscess? It's a buildup of negative energy. Dentists are really busy with this. Your stomach. Any worries? You feel it here. Intestine problems? When the small intestine breaks down the waste and the fluids, it might solidify. What tension is causing that? Constipation and diarrhea. Let it go. Let it go. The waste you're holding on to. It's a metaphor for life. Let it go. But if it persists, seek advice. A little something now to sort of wind up what I'm sharing before, have a short meditation, and I hope time for some questions and answers. It's called the tomato story. The children at school where I worked put tomato seeds into 2 plant pots, 2 different pots with the same earth, on the same windowsill. And on one they poured water, and on the other they said, nice water, help these seeds to grow to make lovely tomatoes. This is the big secret I have. After 3 weeks, 4 weeks, it was ready for the tomatoes to be picked. The ones where they just threw the water on, forgot about it, tiny tomatoes. The tomatoes that were loved and watered with tenderness, and the water appreciated, grew to be beautiful big tomatoes. We asked these 11-year-old children their conclusion. Just be kind. Just be kind to one another and ourselves, and we will grow. And then one girl, a very bright girl, who's now a doctor, by the way, I will go on if you're listening. She said, but we're water. Be nice to us and we will grow. Another child said, but the planet is 80% water. Be nice to the planet and we will all grow together. The body knows what to do. It's one of these most important journeys we will ever take. Listening not only to the soul, but listening to the body that wants to help us to be healed and to grow and to be who we are meant to be. Not a human doing, but a human being to give the gift we have to give away. Are you a body? Are you a soul? You're a soul in a body, and the body is entrusted to us for our lives. A lot of the ideas for this came from a wonderful book called Your Body Speaks Your Mind by Deb Shapiro. And if you're interested in that, I'm sure both Great Harmony House and Body Meditation Center I'll make them aware of the title of the book. But let's have a short meditation now. Let's do something that perhaps we haven't done for a long, long time. To thank our body. So, in your own time, just sit comfortably and relax. Today, let me give thanks to my body. Thank you, head. Thank you, head, for holding my spirit, my soul, my brain. Thank you, face, for the warm expression that I give to everyone I meet every day. Thank you, eyes, for the beauty that I see. Thank you, nose, for the air that I breathe that I cannot own, give away from my heart. Thank you, ears, for helping me to hear and not just to listen. Thank you, mouth, for the food you take and the words you give out with goodness. Thank you, spine. Thank you, skeleton, for holding me together so I can walk upright and strong. Thank you, muscles, for giving expression to my emotion and feelings. Thank you, blood, for keeping me going. Thank you, arms, for letting me hug. Thank you, arms, for letting me give. Thank you, fingers, for giving tenderness to all that I do. Thank you, legs, for helping me walk straight. Thank you, ankles, for supporting all my weight. Thank you, toes, for the wriggle of happiness. Thank you, heart. Thank you, heart, for the love that you give to my body and those around me. Thank you, body, for taking care of me. Thank you, God, our Father, who's guiding me on my journey. Let's remember Him as the one who loves us unconditionally, who feeds the soul with nourishment, the soul who can feed the body in all that we do, and the body that can help the soul and the body to be strong. It's a journey we are all taking, a journey to the peace and the happiness and the joy we all deserve. And to you, everyone who's listening, thank you so much for your time. It's an endless journey. And I just hope that one tiny something will help you on your journey to be healthier and happier and in great bodies with a beautiful soul inside to walk forward. Thank you very much. Thank you very, very much for listening. I appreciate your time. Hala, there you are.
Yes, hello, Om Shanti. Thank you, Peter, for the special jewels that you gave us today. I have a lot of jewels I will take with me. And please, if you have any question, you can write it in the chat box. So
Okay.
I will read the things which I like.
Yes,
I like everything.
I appreciate you doing this for everyone. It's a great, thank you.
Yeah. So the body the closest friend. If something not right, he will tell you. He is in your side all the time. Have gratitude. And also I love the itching. It is because you are in sitting or you are taking decision. And the back pain that you have a decision to make. And also listen to your intuition, to your soul. And forgiveness is a great way to heal yourself. In giving, you are giving yourself to grow. I hope Awatif is, I'm slow, so Awatif can translate. And listen to your words. Is it uplifting or negative? And love yourself. Be kind to yourself. Head, yeah, and head is the meeting place for your physical and spiritual. And the headache, maybe Iman, you can benefit from the headache, migraine. Is it about overthinking, push yourself, inner decision? And each face has inner beauty, the mouth, the skin, the eyes, the nose. And the Latin word, spiro,
Hero.
yeah, spiro, yeah. It's breathe and spirit. Breathe in and feel the divine within.
Yes, very
Also,
much.
yeah, you cannot own your breath. You have to give it away. And you are a free spirit. Express yourself. Your body wants you to glow. The more you give, the more you receive. Do not feel shame to cry. Cry. It's a cleaning. You take a shower of and shoulder arms are carrying out a lot of our burdens. Like have mercy to your shoulder and arm. And the frozen shoulder, it is you are stuck by our ego. So feel
Yes.
free, be humble. Age is illusion. We are all children. I like this. And when you point one finger out, three fingers in, and the thumb is for God. And back in the pain, hips, all carrying our a lot of burdens. And thank you, buddy, for take care of you. And if you have happy heart, you'll have happy body. So listen to your heart and listen to your body. And thank you very much. Let's see. I think we have a question.
So,
Yeah.
Khaled, if I can, I've noticed this is the book. It's probably around the wrong, I don't know if it's the right way around. It's by Deb Shapiro, and it's called Your Body Speaks Your Mind. She's the expert, and all I've done is simply extract some parts to just help everyone to just feel a little bit better. It won't happen overnight, it'll take time. But it's been a big help for me on my personal journey to be a healthier, happier, and brighter people, a brighter Peter.
So thank you, Brother Peter, for all the sharing. And I think everyone is content. No questions. So we wish you all a good night. Thank you much. All thanks.
Maybe I can just suggest one last thing before we all go. And this is something I share with the children at school, and everyone may like to join in. Can you see me? Put one arm out, another arm out, put one arm here, one arm there, and give yourself a hug. And that's because you're worth it. You are priceless. You're a diamond. So my blessings and love to everyone. And I wish you happy heart and a happy journey. Thanks, Khaled. Thank you very much for your contribution. Thank you, translator. Thank you, Awatif, wherever you are. I hope I didn't speak too quickly for you. And for those who are listening, wherever you are in the world, just have a peaceful heart and remember you're beautiful.
They asking about the book in the Arabic chat. It is Your Body Speak Your Mind by Debbie
The Body Speaks Your Mind by Deb Shapiro. It's on Amazon. And it's published by Piatkus Books, Piatkus. Your body speaks your mind. It's probably coming around the wrong, it's in reverse there. But your body speaks your mind. It's a beautiful book, and I picked it up, not by chance, there was a reason to do that. It's helped me, it's helped many of my colleagues. And on a personal note for others, it took me onto a homeopathic route where my feelings were explored, and it's a brighter picture, even though I'm still a child. And so thank you very, very much.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you, Peter, for joining us today, and good night, and have sweet dreams. And all of you also have a very beautiful
Bye, everyone.
day.
Bye. Thanks for joining. I really appreciate it. Take care.